As predictable, the the American church Negro is already in the woodworks of giving sympathy to this what's his name, Dylann, this Dylann Roof character, and to me, you know, I'm just gonna raise the question, and people will just have to listen, to the whole video to get my response. Is like, will I forgive Dylann Roof? And before I get to that, before I answer it, I'm I'm really surprised. Well, then again, I'm not. Well, when you're dealing with church Negroes, you're dealing with basically a slave mentality. And this really, goes for both male and female. More so on the male because it really looks embarrassing. Because, sometimes I don't even see how y'all females even feel protected. Even if you feel, I don't know how you feel being around, men like that who can't even protect you. There's three dudes right there. Even though there were six women, you have three grown ass men. You telling me they couldn't do anything? Shit. But like I was saying, man, the church Negro is very forgiving, and it shows a lot of double standards within itself. I've seen. It's been really a doozy this summer and late spring, especially with the Eric Shepherd situation, to where you have black coons in the military yapping and hollering about, you know, y'all ain't got no right to disrespect my flag. Y'all doing this shit because y'all too afraid to join the military. Y'all are afraid of the IEDs and y'all are afraid of the explosions and the guns and the terrorists and the ISIS. Y'all are afraid of that. Those Negroes, were telling those girls, I would kill y'all bitches, man. I would kill y'all bitches. Y'all were cursing them out, calling them whores, hookers, bitches, nigresses. Those coons were just at the woodworks cussing them women out. Um, they didn't forgive them, but just like they didn't forgive the protesters. Yo, stop, man. Yo, stop. You tearing the city up now. You're tearing my city up now. You're tearing it up. They talking with, real coonish, buffoonish. They always want to lecture people, and they ain't got no fucking clue what they're talking about. And, they live in this delusion where people, well, black people, it's with us, is that we believe that the world works on a moral compass. We think that everybody's, you know, trying to get like heaven vultures, so we can just get some like a little sweet ride to heaven, and we thinking that everything runs on morality and like black people. This is what happens with black people because we're so isolated in the hood and we don't get out much, especially when internationally we don't get out much, and so we don't understand how things work. We're not understanding that, and so we keep believing and thinking like, oh well, everybody's Christian like me, so everybody's trying to go to heaven like me, and there's this fake camaraderie that we believe that this world has. No, white folks ain't giving a damn about going to heaven or you know, worrying about the afterlife or shit like that. They ain't worrying about that. They ain't thinking too heavy about it. You think Dylann Roof is giving a damn if he's going to hell or not? Hell is the least thing on his mind. He can live with, I would say guilt, but then again, he don't. I doubt that he feels anything. And, I'm seeing videos with black people forgiving him, and they're giving these like long ass poems and these little lecture speeches about, you know, people may hate you, but I don't hate you. I love you. I forgive you. And niggas talking all this crazy shit, man. That's pathetic, man. What happened to those rah rah days to where to where with the 90s and early 2000s to where niggas were heartless, man. Niggas were heartless, man. You know, you did something crazy and fucked up to somebody, that person's gonna kick your ass, and then that other person's gonna kick his ass for kicking your ass, and then it's like a long chain link of people just kicking each other's asses over something foolish. But I'm like saying like, hey, what happened to that kind of street integrity to where it's like we don't let shit go? It's like ironic with black folks is that we don't let shit go for like the littlest shit. The littlest shit, man. The littlest shit. We don't let that shit go. It's crazy because like you can have black people mad at each other for the littlest shit, and like I literally can relate because I have like mostly the female friends that are well former female friends that I'm so cool with on Facebook, but you know they when I say like hey to them or try to introduce a conversation, I don't get no reply back. Yeah, black people will do that type of shit, you know, and like the shit be so petty, and it's like, man, it's like 10 years from now. Like, what's up with the hostility? But a white boy can do something real fucked up, and they don't even have to know the kid, the dude, and yet he gets the G pass with the quickness. That's crazy, man. That's some bullshit. Yeah, black folks mad at each other for like the littlest shit, and they can never get over it. They can never get over it. That shit, like, it's kind of like with the episode of Fresh Prince, where like, what happened? There was like this issue with this girl that, oh yeah, Carlton was, dating this girl, and Will, um, he pulled the Trey Songs. He stole his girl. And ironically, Carlton gets sick, and then Will gets sick from the same thing because the girl had, I don't know, she had the mumps or something. I don't know. She had something, and they were fighting over her, and they were just kind of not talking to each other. And like Will had this dream that they were like in their like I guess 90s or some shit, and they're like mad at each other still, and um Carlton died, and Will was crying how he would have he should have forgave him. But like the moral of the story is that black folks stay not forgiving each other, but the quickness comes when somebody white gets into the mix. We're always trying to get some kind of vulture tickets to heaven, which kind of really pisses me off because it's like we don't need to be on this moral compass, man. We really need to kind of wake up and be a little hard, or be a little outspoken. Black folks are quick to to play macho amongst each other, but when it's a non-black person walking by, oh, they get the best treatment, you know. No ifs, ands, or but, you know. It's absolute. And that's bullshit right there. But you know, if I was Dylann Roof, this is what I would do, man. And this is what he should do. He should like play with these Negroes, and like when he gets like a couple, you know, the couple black folks that are like pandering to him and forgiving him, you know, wanting to do prayer vigils with him. What he should do is that he should be like, man, you're right, and he just plays dumb, like he just plays dumb, like um he'll play dumb and just kind of bullshit, you know, have, you know, some black preachers, you know, ask for some black preachers to pray for you and start a vigil, and you know, do a mass, like a mass prayer vigil, and then, you know, they'll start like a little Facebook, Twitter trend of pray for Dylann. Dylan's going to heaven. Hashtag praying the sin away. Hashtag there's room for one more killer in heaven. Hashtag white supremacy's a myth. Hashtag um, Jesus loves Dylann. Hashtag what is white supremacy? Hashtag he ain't racist no more. Hashtag we cured racism in America. And like what he should do is just play dumb with these Negroes and just like just entertain them. You know, put up a good front. Um, just put up a good front. Act like you really give a damn about the situation, and have these motherfuckers pay your bail. You know, sugarcoat, you know, the preachers and be like, hey man, um, I've been thinking, I want to be forgiven. You've been praying for me for the longest, even when I didn't want you to. You know, you're God sent, man. You're gonna go down in history. You know, you're the nicest people I know. Black people ain't that bad. And I just want you to start a trend amongst all the black churches in America and just kind of bail me out. You know, fight for my behalf. You know, tell them I was crazy. Tell them I didn't know the way. Tell them Satan took the wheel. And you know, he should just play dumb. Like this is what he should do. He should just play dumb. And when he does that, that's gonna prove how retarded the church Negroes are. That's what he should do, and he will get scot free with the quickness. I guarantee you, if he did that, it would work. It would work. It would work. He ain't gotta worry about a damn thing. He ain't gotta worry about nobody coming after him. He ain't gotta worry about nobody. If he did that, man, I swear to God, you know, he ain't gotta worry about a damn thing. He ain't gonna have to worry about no prison sentence. He can probably get a black girlfriend too. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Crystal and Carazon, she's still campaigning. She's still campaigning. So you know, don't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised. Shoot. Don't be surprised, man. He can do whatever he want to do. Man, he can do whatever he want to do. And I swear, it'll be a foolproof plan. It's foolproof. He has half the black community on his side, more than half. You know, I've always say like already 60% of black Christians or black people forgive him. And there's like a good 20 to 10% that will never forgive him and hate him. And then he kind of has the rest to where the rest of the 20, 30%, I'll probably say I probably say like are neutral. They don't really hate him, but then again, it's like, it's fucked up. It's sad. But yeah, he has, you know, support of the black community. Believe it or not, he ain't gotta worry about shit. He ain't gotta worry about nothing. Let me check my text message real quick. Yeah, like I was saying, he ain't gotta worry about nothing, man. If he did that, if he just played dumb with these Negroes, he would get out scot-free. I can just imagine like making a movie out of this motherfucker. Salvation. You know, a troubled loner white boy who was schizophrenic, who played Halo 5 all day. Um, randomly conjured up a plan to kill not four, 9 black people, and he went to jail, and he thought about repenting his sins and doing the Negro Shuffle, and he would, and after he's forgiven, he becomes a saint. He's in all these black organizations. He joins the Kappas. No, actually, he would join the Sigmas. The Sigmas. Because a lot of those Sigmas are coons, to believe it or not. But just do your research. A good bit of them Sigmas are coons. But, he becomes a Sigma. He's mentoring black boys, troubled black boys. People call him the white Dr. Umar. Yeah, man. This dude can be a white savior overnight. And I'm kind of surprised that a lot of these white boys, like, they play dumb like they don't know black people, but it's like, you study black people enough to know that you have them eating at the palms of your hands. Man, dude, it's like, these white boys are something else, man. I tell you, man, these white dudes are something else, man. Shit. Maybe I'm crazy for thinking that, but it's like, I still hate the motherfucker. I will never forgive him. Answer granted, I will never forgive him. And, I hope that motherfucker dies, But we will, in retrospects, we know that he's well protected. He ain't nobody's gonna bother him. I can imagine him in a little luxury cell, loving it up, watching his face, looking at his little pictures on Fox News, and he's just eating it up. He's just eating up the attention, man. Shit. To be honest, man, a lot of these white supremacists, a lot of these people killing black people, they can be white saviors overnight. They really are white saviors, but they can be like the black community's white saviors all at once. But maybe I'm crazy for thinking that, but it's like, man, I just can't. It's like I'm just thinking like he can't be. Sometimes I would like know that, does he know the true nature of the church Negro? Like, do you know that you can practically get them eating at the palms of your hands? It's like damn, like I just wonder, like, what is he thinking in his head when he hears these black people saying that they forgive him, and he's just like smugged about it. He ain't saying shit. He's just looking crazy and menacing, and people are just being nice to him. Shit, yeah. I mean, like, some of these racist white folks, they know that they can get black people eating at the palms of their hand. They know they can become saints. Man, I'm telling you, man. If Dylann pulled his cards right, he can make that happen. He can make that shit happen. I hope the guy, he probably, most likely he won't, but, You know, nothing like warms a black person's heart than seeing a sympathetic white person. You know, that eats up black people's heart. You know, seeing that a white person cares or gives a damn. You know, I'm just kind of to be honest with you. I'm just kind of baffled still on like how does a white dude, like a strange looking white dude at first, like how does he get in your mix like that? Like how does he get into your shit like that? Like that's the thing that gets me. And I'm pretty sure he was like sitting in the back, just plotting, while all these Negroes are huddled up and just reading Bible verses and then just kind of like looking back at him and just kind of waving and just saying like, you can join us now if you want. You can join us. Come on now, you can join us. Just just looking back like a little whispering to each other, man. Like we haven't had a white person here for a while now. I ain't trying to disrespect the dead or anything, but I'm just kind of saying and referencing the church Negro spirit. This coon energy that just won't uplift us in the right way. And to be honest with y'all, I'm so sad because a girl last night told me that she forgave him. That's what we're supposed to do. And then I told another girl, she's a bit young, but she caught on quick because she's biracial. So she kind of understands that, the world doesn't really evolve around a moral compass. And I just kind of told her that, there's a double standard in forgiveness because when it comes to white issues, white terrorism against white folks, there is no forgiveness. There is no we forgive Eric, Shepherd, and there's no forgiveness for ISIS. There's no bands of Catholic missionaries going up and saying like, hey, we specifically want to talk to the ISIS members and we want to create peace and harmony. We are willing to work on your terms and listen to your demands, and we'll try to follow through the best we can. They ain't doing that shit. A lot of those, especially those Southern Baptists, or even Catholic, at that matter, they ain't trying to fuck with no Muslims. They ain't trying to fuck with no Muslims. Shit. And the funny thing about Muslims, especially the ones in the South, is that they try to integrate with the white folks. They try to get into their clubs, their organizations. They even try to talk and style their hair like the white boys. You be seeing, Arab dudes looking like Justin Bieber. But to me it's kind of ironic that, you have these Muslims here trying to simulate with white culture and these white boys don't even fuck with them like that. They'll have them around, but it's like, when those white boys are in true closed doors and, not even really true closed doors, when they're in a vault and like shit is so confidential, they ain't trying to fuck with the Arabs or the East Indians. They ain't trying to fuck with them. Shit. But yeah, man, I can't forgive this motherfucker. Black folks just stay delusional. That's the problem with us, is that we really don't understand how this world works, and we're stuck in this hood mentality, this hood environment, which makes us view this world into like a fairy tale, where we want to believe that good fortune happens to good people, and if we do good things will happen unto us. And black folks kind of stay taking a beating, hoping and praying that, that will give us, heaven vouchers. Black Christians, they looking real dumb today, man. They're looking too dumb.